Ever wondered about the terrifying symptoms mosquitoes can cause? These tiny creatures, often dismissed as mere annoyances, pack a punch far more potent than their size would suggest. They're not just irritating, they're carriers of serious diseases that can have devastating effects on our health. You see, mosquitoes are more than just pesky pests. They are vectors, vehicles that transport diseases from one host to another. And the symptoms they cause? They're not to be taken lightly. From fever to fatigue, from rashes to severe pain, the signs are many and varied, often making it difficult to identify the cause. But understanding these symptoms is key. It's the first step towards early detection and treatment. It's our best defense against the unseen danger that mosquitoes pose. So let's dive deep into the world of these mini monsters. Let's unveil the terrifying symptoms they can cause. Stay tuned as we reveal these symptoms one by one. First on our list is fever, a common yet deceptive symptom. Fever, as we all know, is the body's natural response to fighting off infections. It's a sign that your immune system is at work, attempting to eliminate an invader. However, when it comes to mosquito-borne diseases like malaria and dengue, fever takes on a more sinister role. In these cases, it becomes an early warning sign, signaling that something is not quite right. When a mosquito carrying the malaria parasite bites, it injects the parasite into your bloodstream. These parasites then travel to your liver, where they multiply and invade red blood cells. This process triggers a fever, which usually begins as a mild discomfort but can quickly escalate into severe chills and sweating. Similarly, dengue fever, another mosquito-borne illness, kicks off with a high fever that can go up to 104 degrees Fahrenheit. It's accompanied by severe headaches, pain behind the eyes, muscle, bone, and joint pain, which are often mistaken for flu symptoms. Now you might be thinking, well, a fever can be caused by many things, right? Indeed, that's true. But here's the catch. If you've recently been bitten by a mosquito and you develop a fever, don't dismiss it as just another flu. It could be your body's first line of defense against a potentially deadly disease. It's important to note that fever, while common, should never be ignored. If it's persistent, it's crucial to seek medical attention right away. Timely diagnosis can mean the difference between a quick recovery and severe complications, even death. Remember, the key to fighting these diseases is awareness and swift action. Don't let the commonality of fever lull you into a false sense of security. It's more than just an inconvenience. It's a signal your body is sending you, a call to arms, if you will. But fever is just the tip of the iceberg. Let's delve deeper. Next up is fatigue, a symptom often overlooked. Think about those times when you felt unusually tired, like you're dragging through the day. You might chalk it up to not getting enough sleep or having a particularly busy week. But sometimes that pervasive sense of exhaustion might be a sign of something more serious. Yes, we're talking about fatigue, a silent symptom of diseases transmitted by mosquitoes. Fatigue is more than just feeling tired, it's a deep, unrelenting exhaustion that doesn't get better with rest. It's like walking through a thick fog where every step takes a monumental effort. You might have trouble concentrating, feel irritable, or even experience muscle weakness. Fatigue can impact every aspect of your life, from your job performance to your relationships. But what does this have to do with mosquitoes? Well, fatigue is a common symptom of many mosquito-borne diseases, including Zika, West Nile, and dengue fever. When a mosquito infected with one of these diseases bites you, it can transmit the virus into your bloodstream. As your immune system fights off the virus, you might feel increasingly worn out. That's your body's way of telling you something's not right. The tricky part about fatigue is that it's a silent symptom. It subtly sneaks up on you, making it easy to dismiss. After all, who doesn't feel tired now and again? But when fatigue is persistent and unexplained, it's important not to ignore it. It could be a sign that your body is fighting off a mosquito-borne disease. Remember, fatigue isn't just about feeling tired, it's a serious symptom that can impact your overall health and quality of life. It's a silent sign that shouldn't be ignored. So, if you're feeling unusually worn out and you've been bitten by a mosquito, it might be time to get checked out by a doctor. Fatigue might be silent, but the next symptom is far from quiet. Third on our list is joint pain, a symptom that can't be ignored. This isn't your typical muscle tension from a tough workout, or the occasional aches from a long day at the office. This is joint pain that can be so severe it hinders your ability to perform simple tasks, from opening a jar to walking up a flight of stairs. Imagine waking up to a world where every movement causes discomfort, where every step feels like stepping on shards of glass. This is the reality for many who experience joint pain as a result of a mosquito-borne disease. One such disease is chikungunya, a viral disease transmitted to humans by infected mosquitoes. It might sound exotic, but it's closer to home than you might think. Originating in Africa, chikungunya has spread to over 60 countries worldwide and continues to expand its reach. The primary symptom of chikungunya? You guessed it, joint pain. But this isn't just any joint pain. This is pain that can last for weeks, months, and in some cases even years. It's a pain that can be so severe it leaves you bedridden, dependent on others for care. And here's the kicker. There's no specific treatment or vaccine for chikungunya. But it's not just chikungunya. Other mosquito-borne diseases like dengue and Zika can also lead to joint pain. And while most people recover from these diseases, the joint pain can linger, impacting the quality of life. Now let's put this into perspective. Millions of people around the world experience joint pain due to mosquito-borne diseases. That's millions of people struggling to live their lives as they once did, millions of people whose daily routines are dictated by their pain. This is the painful reality of joint pain as a symptom of mosquito-borne diseases. It's not just a fleeting discomfort or a minor inconvenience, it's a debilitating condition that can turn your world upside down, a symptom that demands attention and action. Joint pain is hard to ignore, but the next symptom can be even more alarming. Fourth on our list is a skin rash, a visible and distressing symptom. When we think about mosquito bites, we often picture itchy red bumps, but these tiny insects can leave a more alarming mark on our skin, a rash. This isn't your ordinary rash, it's a warning sign, a signal that something more sinister might be at play. So what does this rash look like? It's typically characterized by small red or pink spots, often clustered together. These spots can be itchy or painful, and they may even raise slightly above the skin surface. The rash can appear anywhere on the body, but it's usually most prominent on the face, neck, and arms. But here's the kicker. This rash isn't just an allergic reaction to the mosquito's saliva. No, it's a symptom of something far more serious, a mosquito-borne disease. And one of the most notorious culprits is the Zika virus. Zika, once a relatively unknown virus, catapulted into the public consciousness in 2016 when an outbreak in Brazil led to a global health emergency. And the rash? It's one of the signature symptoms of a Zika infection. Now I know what you're thinking. A rash doesn't sound too bad, right? But here's the thing, the rash is just the tip of the iceberg. Zika can lead to severe complications, including birth defects in babies and neurological conditions in adults. So, when should you be concerned? If you've been bitten by a mosquito and develop a rash, especially if you're in an area known for mosquito-borne diseases, it's crucial not to ignore this visible sign. Reach out to a healthcare provider and get the help you need. Remember, knowledge is power. By knowing what to look for, we can take action early, potentially preventing a minor symptom from becoming a major health crisis. Rashes might be distressing, but our last symptom can be downright terrifying. Last but certainly not least is neurological problems, a serious and terrifying symptom. This can manifest in various ways, including severe headaches, disorientation, or even seizures. It's not something to take lightly, as these symptoms might indicate the presence of a severe mosquito-borne disease, such as Japanese encephalitis. Japanese encephalitis is a viral brain infection that's primarily transmitted by mosquitoes. It's one of the most significant causes of viral encephalitis in Asia. The disease can lead to high fever, headache, neck stiffness, coma, tremors, paralysis, and even death. The severity of these neurological problems underscores the need for immediate medical intervention. If you or anyone you know exhibits these symptoms, don't delay seeking medical help. Remember, early detection and treatment can significantly improve the outcome. These neurological problems can be a final alarm signaling a grave mosquito-borne disease. It's a stark reminder of the unseen dangers that mosquitoes present, and the urgent need to protect ourselves and our loved ones from these tiny but deadly creatures. Now that we have walked through the 5 terrifying symptoms caused by mosquitoes, let's take a moment to recap. We started with the unseen danger, where we discussed the first warning sign, a fever that might seem ordinary but could be a mosquito's deadly gift. Then we moved on to the silent symptom, a headache that's more than just a headache, signaling the presence of a mosquito-borne disease. Next, we unveiled the painful reality of muscle and joint pain that can leave you incapacitated, followed by the dreaded rash, a glaring red flag of a disease transmitted by these tiny insects. Finally, we wrapped up with the final alarm, the nausea and vomiting that should never be ignored. These symptoms are not just discomforts, they are red flags that could signify the onset of serious diseases like Zika, dengue, or malaria. Recognizing these symptoms early is crucial for prompt treatment and recovery. Remember, knowledge is power. Stay aware, stay safe.